Hey gang, we're back after a long time off. I think the longest...
It's the longest you've ever had off?
The longest the Michalaks has ever not put up a video, I think, since we...
How many weeks is it?
Started. It must be about 3 weeks we haven't put up a video. We have a few excuses. Well, the first excuse was the fact that we burnt ourselves out completely in December. So December was...
I don't think that was really an excuse. I think in our industry, December is so busy for everybody, and everyone kind of burns himself out so much that you need that few days at Christmas just to kind of... wind down.
I needed 3 weeks. I needed 3 weeks off. So we figured we'd take some time off just to kind of come up for air, and and now we're back.
Do you feel refreshed?
I feel refreshed, but I feel like I don't know how to do this job anymore now. I feel
You're
like
doing that weird thing where you're putting loads of pressure on it now.
No, I just feel like I've been out of the game for so long. And I was saying to my friend Jason the other day, I was saying how making a video, it's going to make me sound like a prick saying this, but making a video is a bit like writing like a song or something, that there's a tempo to it and a frequency and a rhythm. And if you are out of it for so long, you just kind of forget and you're like, oh God, how do I find this frequency now?
Did he tell you were a prick?
Yeah, of course you did, yeah. Shut up, you twat. So yes, we have a plethora of excuses, but we're back now and we're going to start producing again. So thanks for letting us have a bit of breathing space.
Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas.
But
and a Happy New Year.
Yeah. So let's get everyone...
Blah, blah, blah.
etc.
I feel like it's one of those really annoying things that you have to say to people if you didn't see them over Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
Like, Happy New Year. And it's like, by like 3rd of January, no one gives a about New Year.
What really annoys me is like, do you have a nice Christmas? You're like... Well,
imagine if you're like, no, actually, it was really, really shit.
You're like, well, where do I go with this? Do I go on about my Christmas, or do you say it was fine, thank you, and leave it at that, or like, I don't know how to answer this type of question.
And then if you say fine, thank you, you think that the other person's going to be like, oh, it wasn't fine, because otherwise you would have said more about it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's get you up to speed with what we've been up to for the past few weeks. I did film a little bit, so take it away, Mr. Voiceover Man Stef that nobody really likes.
Thanks, non-voiceover Stef that nobody really likes. I'll take it from here. So this year, my sister, her husband Ross, and their 2 girls Lottie and Summer came over for an early Christmas. Oh, along with my mum and dad. For context, my mum and dad bitterly divorced about 30 years ago now, so we were all quietly hoping there would be enough water under the bridge for them just to get along, which they did for the most part. And it was all going so well. Right up until one evening, we all went out for a walk into town, leaving my mum and dad alone in the house for a few hours. Well, to cut a long story short, my mum found the grey goose, bumped into my dad in the kitchen, and well, let's put it this way. My mum's hair may be white now, but before it was white, it was ginger. That's right. She's a ginger Irish woman. Here are a few things you don't want to see in life. A speeding ticket, your own intestines, a TV show called Miss Brown's Boys, and of course Croydon. But worst of all of that is bearing witness to a drunken ginger Irish woman lose her shit. And that's not racist, you safe space dwelling snowflake, that's genetically factual. They go feral. You know the old saying, hell knows no fury like a drunk Irish lady with a ginger gene. It's true. Anyway, everyone sort of made up the next day and we all muddled on and tried to ignore the awkward atmosphere that hung around like a fart in a onesie. I guess I'm only telling you this because I don't want to pretend we all had the perfect Christmas. We had a normal family Christmas, full of carbs and drama, with the occasional splash of festive magic that made it all worth it. Anyway, luckily I captured some of that festive magic when Grayson and Rufus opened their presents on Christmas morning. Grayson's so excited he forgot even how to say bow and arrow.
Oh my word, look at Aaron Bow! Daddy, look at Aaron Bow!
I'm not gonna look.
Oh my word! Look! I've got another birdie! Oh my word, what is this?
What is that?
Astronaut! Oh my word, what's in here? Batman Lego!
Whoa.
It's got Robin and the Joker!
No way. Got a little baby garage.
Oh, silly. I got all the big boy
Tell
stuff.
me where to touch you.
How many monsters did you get?
4
Ask
monsters.
me to show.
Oh,
I will learn what to do. You can't use me up.
Alexa, turn up bedroom lights 50%.
Use me up.
I was pretending to sleep last night, Mama.
Pretending? Did you see him?
No.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Only what not to. Don't move. You can just stay under this weight.
Remember that? It smells like freedom.
And try make me laugh. You can just shut up.
Please come with us. No, I'll only slow you down. Blitzen strong but fast. You could be on the sleigh making sure that little Kip is okay. They're escaping. Blitzen heaved towards a clear line between the trees, struggling as he switched from walk to trot.
Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit.
He turned to see his father standing on the very edge of the sleigh, with a piece of thin feather jutting out from his shoulder. Blood was already
See you tomorrow.
You can't use me up. I'm too full of love.
No, kitty. Can I have a kiss? Proper kiss. Love.
One of the major things that happened while we were away is our little boy Grayson turned 5.
Yeah.
Do you know where we're going today?
Yeah, to
Where?
my birthday.
To your birthday party! Yep, it is. Today.
So I can just make it. We're gonna walk, yeah?
Should we walk? Yeah, let's walk.
I want the drugs.
Did you manage to stop it?
Mommy, you ready?
I'm so incredibly proud of how the kind of kid that he's turned into.
He's such a little dude, isn't he?
It's not been an easy ride to get him to this point. We can't pretend it has been. He's quite a fiery little character.
I like that about him though. I feel like sometimes things that you as a parent find a difficult quality are actually a really good quality for him to have in him when he's turning into an adult.
Yeah, of course. He's just got so much energy, and everyone that meets him just thinks he's so like, I don't know, like clued in, and he's funny, and he just says stuff he just wants to make people laugh all the time. It's just such an incredible thing to watch this little guy develop and learn and figure everything out, and now he's got to the stage where it's all kind of making a bit more sense, and he's piecing it all together a bit more. And
I think school's been amazing though, because now he comes out with all these little things that he knows, and I'm like, oh, it's amazing that you know that.
This is like the calm before the storm. Anyway, I need to blow up some balloons now, so BRB. That's be right back, that's kid slang. Yeah, I'm down.
Every day I find myself like trying to soak them in because it's just gone so quickly. There's so many little tiny things that I would have forgotten. And little moments and days out, and so many of that would have just gone. And I love the fact that whenever I miss Grayson at 2, I can just be like, I'm just gonna go and watch Grayson at 2.
Yeah.
You would never remember a day in your head the same way you would if you had the help of watching it. video.
Because you've
of
captured
how
it, you've captured it
like,
in
yeah.
binary form, so it kind of feels like it triggers an emotion of that time. Like whenever I watch the old stuff of us in London, I feel like emotionally connected to that time, that time frame in our life. He loved his party anyway. He had a
Oh my god, he loved that
time.
party. I'm so glad he loved that party because that party was so much work.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, wasn't it?
Yeah. You would
organising.
know.
Yeah, I saw how much you worked on that party. It was tiring just to watch you. I had to have a lie down after
I've
watching you.
already kind of set the bar low for next year. I'm like,
Good.
next year we'll just have a small pizza night, yeah?
I very much believe that like you should really only celebrate your birthday once every 10 years. It's a bit much. Like you've got your big
You're
3-0
such a
coming up.
birthday Scrooge, Stef.
No, I just think you're a
You
bit
can't
simple
be like that
if
when
you
you've got
celebrate
children.
every year.
Yeah, but
No, for
children,
kids
you
it's
have
different.
to.
Kids it's different.
It's
Kids get agile free card on that
Yeah,
one.
and it's
Like,
one day of the year that it's about them and they
but
get presents. And
with kids, it's like extra special for every 5 years. So like an extra special birthday is 5 and 10.
Did you get
15.
extra special birthdays for that? I never did.
No, I didn't. But my parents didn't think like me. They weren't mavericks. They weren't pioneers.
Going through all of this archive footage of Grayson showed us how much has changed over the past 5 years. We've seen a perfectly spherical-headed baby that looked a bit like a face in a moon bloom into this energetic kid that's full of character, humour and sees the world as one vast playground. Now I know it's easy to watch these clips and think, hey, having a kid looks like fun, I might knock one out myself after I watch this video, but don't let my vintage filters fool you. Having kids is fucking difficult. In fact, it's one of the hardest things a lot of us will ever even do. And it's a risky game too. Some of them are twats for a few years before it balances out. Some of them don't even balance out and are just twats forever, and then you have to live the rest of your life bound to a twat. The truth is, nothing can prepare you for it, but there are so many moments scattered into the whole process that make it all worth it. They're moments that we can't capture with cameras, photos or words, but they're moments that are simply felt.
I have no record of brighter days. Your light is on me, I can say. I have no parts, I have no lines, but I have you, and you have me, honey.
2, I think, was one of my favourite ages of Grayson because he was just so cute.
Yeah, he was.
Like, he could say a few things. It was just like an age of his where he was just really adorable.
Water sweating, light aside. Got upset and now I'm doing fine. When I come home, when I come down, I have you.
We're so proud of Grayson, and I hope like we can keep him on track throughout the rest of his life. I know when he gets to being a teenage boy, he's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard work for both of us, but we'll try and manage it. I was a prick when I was in my teens, so I'm hoping he's not going to follow that path. Crikey, I don't think I can handle that.
Winter storms, I don't mind getting on as we're gone living, glad to be. Well, I have you, you have me, honey.
We normally do like a
A recap?
A kind of a recap over the year, but then I thought that's really fucking self-indulgent. So I figured let's do something else. I had a think over the break of certain news stories that just kind of sprung out at me when I thought back over what happened in 2018. Anyway, yeah, here's some stories that happened in 2018 that we can talk about. We had a royal wedding.
I hope you understand that we're puppets. You said we had free will. No, I didn't.
There was a chicken shortage in half of the 900 KFC stores in the UK. They ran out of chicken because they thought they'd save some money by changing their chicken supplier. It went a bit wrong. They caused absolute pandemonium for all those people that love the taste of deep-fried fodder that's harder to swallow than the loss of a loved one.
Well, I get a free rice box then for coming down because I've had to go to Burger King.
A very expensive piece of art self-destructed. Somebody who has lots of money and the same taste in art as a first-year student decided to buy a Banksy print called Girl with a Balloon, I think it was, but hidden in the frame was a shredder, and when the auction hammer went down, the picture shredded, which prompted some guy apparently to shred his £40,000 Banksy print he owned and essentially made it worthless. Serves him right for being a fucking idiot. North Korea and South Korea decided to end their Korean War.
It is an important day here, not just for Korea, but for entire global security. But that's the key thing. Can these words become reality?
Sadly, the whole Trump meeting, Kim Jong-un got most of the attention because Orange Man bad.
Orange Man bad.
Aside from that, some really good progress was made over in Korea when the two sides decided just to chill the fuck out and just be mates for a bit. So that's good. India, they decriminalised the gay sex.
The court has now clearly said any adult can engage in a sexual activity in private, and if it is with consent, it doesn't matter what the adult's gender or sexual preference is.
The Friar Festival guy got 6 years in prison. There was this guy who basically sold this kind of luxury music festival to all the sort of twats that think wearing David Beckham perfume gives them the extra edge when chatting up dead-eyed millennials wearing something saying ID Park across it, which it probably does. And they bought all the tickets to go to this festival, and it turned out just to be a muddy field that ended up smelling like David Beckham perfume. Anyway, Billy McFarland got sentenced in October and is serving 6 years. The lesson is here, don't rip people off. Not even the people who have already been ripped off because they bought David Beckham perfume and now smell like a twat. Which leads me on to one of my favourite things that happened in 2018, and it was an interview between Jordan Peterson and Kathy Newman.
You're exercising your freedom of speech to certainly risk offending me, and that's fine. I think more power to you as far as I'm concerned.
So you haven't sat there and... I'm just trying to work that out. I mean...
For me, it was the first time that I actually saw the intellectual dark web, as they're known, shine its bright light on mainstream media's narrative and really expose it for what it is.
Gotcha.
You have got me.
Politically, it ended brilliantly for the UK because for the first time in a long time, the Remainers and Brexiteers felt united under the same umbrella of hatred towards Theresa May's deal. For a very divided country, it was quite nice to be united, even if it was under the umbrella of hatred for something.
What's the naughtiest thing you ever did? What's the naughtiest thing you ever did? I have to confess, when me and my friends sort of used to run through the fields of wheat, the farmers weren't too pleased about that.
So yeah, that's the end of this week's video. Thank you very much for watching. We'll go back to normal as of next week.
Do you ever get a song stuck in your head at a really inappropriate moment?
No. What one have you got?
It's only blankety blank, but I want to say vloggity vlog, vloggity vlog.
Oh crikey, don't do this.
Vlog.
You're destroying us.
Unsubscribe.
Make sure you hit that unsubscribe button, guys. And I did something awful just now. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around. We're going to have an amazing 2019.
It's the next 5 years, hopefully, of vlogging.
Yeah, here's the next 5 years.
It's weird when you watch like 5 years back of your life.
No, isn't it? Bye, everyone.
Can't nobody love you like I'm loving you, baby, 'cause they don't know how to love you like I do. Can't nobody love you like I'm loving you, baby, 'cause they don't know how love you like I do. I'm gonna love you in the morning, love you late at night. Girl, I ain't gonna stop loving you till you.
Before we go, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you that have stuck with us over the years.
Nobody love you like I'm loving you right now, 'cause they don't know how.
The truth is, over the past year, things have changed a lot with YouTube. It's not just affected us, but a lot of creators.
Can't nobody kiss.
Many of us have seen our community shrink as algorithms change and new platforms emerge, and it can feel like you're watching something you've put so much love into crumble before your eyes.
Like I do. And let me tell you,
who knows how long this will last, but we'll ride the wave for as long as we can. The important thing is we keep evolving, that we don't become stale or predictable, that we create something that isn't full of platitudes and hollow observations, but something that hopefully resonates in a small way. So yeah, thanks for hanging around. We'll see you next week.
well, he called you cherry pie. Great Charles called you his sunshine, but you're the apple of my eye. And I ain't gonna let nobody love you like I'm loving you right now, 'cause they don't know how to love you like I do. No, they don't know how to love.